Hello friends, this is Samaritas on the Road. We are in Cluj-Napoca, Romania. My name is Mihaela Mitrofan. I am the director for the New American programs, and I have the honor to interview someone very special. She got involved with helping refugees, and I'd like for you to hear her story. It's really powerful.
Hi, I'm Andrea, and I'm a member of Iris Baptist Church here in Cluj. And I'm honored to share with you a bit of my experience working with refugees. It was a short time, but a very intense time of our ministry in our church with refugee families. And it all started, of course, with the news of the war breaking, with the invasion of Ukraine. It was very shocking for us, as for everyone. But being so close to Ukraine, we had a lot of fear in our hearts and anxiety. And of course, we all thought of our families and what we could do, how we can maybe prepare for an exit plan. Those were our first thoughts. For me personally, getting involved in this ministry was life-changing. Of course, unfortunately, the war still goes on, but now we have a different perspective. It was very humbling to see all the people coming in, and yes, we saw and we heard very powerful stories and life stories.
How did your church help the Ukrainian refugees?
Yes, well, it was 2 days after the war broke. It was on a Saturday. A very courageous man from our church, he started giving calls. He heard that there are refugees at the border, and the first bus came with refugees, and they stayed overnight in our church. We improvised at that time. We have 3 beautiful rooms with a kitchenette and bathrooms, but they can only accommodate up to 15 people. So we started that way. We didn't have a plan. Of course, nobody had a plan for something like this, but there were a few people willing, with open hearts, reading the news and just seeing what's happening, seeing all the pictures online and all the videos of people queuing at the border, and just everybody trying to help.
I'm sure you heard many difficult stories, Andrea. What was the most difficult story you heard, if you are comfortable sharing with us?
Yes, actually there were a few. I remember an elderly lady, that came with one of the buses, and she stayed overnight in our church, and she was in her pajamas. She just came with plastic bags. She didn't have a duffel bag or a troller to keep her things in. That was common for most of them. They just came with whatever they had close by. She stayed for about 2 weeks in a cellar, I guess, somewhere underground, sheltering from the bombs. And it was just heartbreaking to see that you have to leave everything, and it was, I think, humbling for them to arrive in a new country like that. So of course we helped out as much as we could. We bought them clothes, bought them shoes, spring jackets. They all came with very, very thick clothes. But she touched my heart. I could imagine what would it be like if I had to live with my kids and just in our pajamas and with things that we can